Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Hey, welcome to this episode of the Note Closer Show. As always, Scott Carson, excited to be here today. Today's episode might be a little brash, but it's something I've been getting a lot of questions about, especially after some folks have been seeing some of the case studies videos from some of our successful one-on-one coaching students. And this episode is just to talk about our one-on-one coaching and why our one-on-one note coaching is the best in the industry. Now, I know it sounds a little bravado talking about being the best in the industry, but I'm a big believer the proof is in the pudding. All right. And look, I know there's people out there that have different training programs, and some people tell you that you're too small, that banks won't work with you. But let's just talk about our program, our one-on-one coaching, why it's so awesome and why our students have success, because that should be first and foremost the number one determining factor when it comes to working with a coach. And I don't care if it's note investing, fix and flipping, wholesaling, whatever, who is actually walking the walk and helping people close deals. That's the first one. And that's why we're all about we close notes. Not we talk notes or we want notes. We close notes. All right. And this goes back to when I got started as a note investor and working out of Bob Leonetti's office, doing mortgages and taking workshops and other educational stuff home at night, because I was exposed to so many amazing teachers, and having Jamie Kayla and Bob Leonetti basically hold my hand and be an apprenticeship with them, learning in the ins out of the note business and learning marketing from Roland Frazier, who's one of the smartest marketing minds out there. I knew I was very lucky. Now, most of us aren't going to be able to take a 4-year apprenticeship to get the ball rolling. I'm a big believer, first and foremost, and this is different from other people. Other people tell you, oh, there's not a lot of notes out there. You got to go through me. I'm a big believer that there are plenty of opportunities out there. There are plenty of notes if you're willing to market, if you're willing to reach out in LinkedIn, email blast, pick up the phone, those things. There's plenty of deals if you're willing to market. A lot of people are not willing to market. They want to be spoon-fed. So you're left with what that educator wants to feed you. And most of the time, what we have seen, 90% of the time, it's been shit. It's been a list that they've already cherry-picked for the good stuff, and they're leaving you to fight over the crumbs or the crappy assets or the stuff like that. Or they're not telling you specifically, because I've seen this. I've seen this from other people. Well, they're selling you something and they're overselling it. They're charging 10, 20, 30, 40 grand above what they're doing. And not only are they making money on the coaching side, they're making a huge amount on the asset side. That's not what we do. When somebody comes aboard our one-on-one coaching program, first and foremost, they're not working with another employee. They're working with me directly. I'm holding your hand. All right. And I'm going to get you deals to pay back what you're paying for the coaching. No, I'm not going to jack up that asset by 10, 20, 30, 40 grand above what I would pay for it. I'm going to get you the rock bottom price because I want you to make money back. Okay. Your investment in my coaching program is having me invest my time into helping you find success. All right. And it's not talk to you for 6 weeks, see you later, sayonara, see you once or twice a year. No. It's designed to help you have me on your team. Some people talk about a power team, but when you have somebody who's closed thousands of deals and helped hundreds and hundreds of other note investors close on their first 1, 2, 3, 20 deals, that's a lot of expertise to have as your safety net, as somebody who's going to help you find deals or keep in mind of tools or resources for you to go make offers on, or other hedge funds or other tapes that come into me that I can feed to you to make offers on. Nobody else does that. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody does that. All right. That's because I have the mentality there's plenty of deal flow going on out there. So the whole finding deals, really the first column in being a note investor is being able to find deals, not just talk notes, but let's get you closing on some notes. Okay. The second aspect of it is helping you raise private capital, helping you avoid mistakes that I've made in my 20-year history to raise capital from private investors, to put you in the right rooms with the right people, or using the right tactics and tools for you to raise capital or to put your capital together, or leveraging with other people's, the pitch decks, the questions, the what to say, what not to say, and helping you hold your hand through that process. What do you say to get investors excited? And the proof is in the pudding with that as well. When you look at our successful coaching students who are closing on notes with other people's money, or they're raising millions in private capital from using the tools that we help provide them, the hand-holding, the forms, the pitch decks, the questionnaires, the customized case studies. Those are all there. Now, some people would say that I'm creating my own competition. I don't feel that way. Never felt that way that I'm creating competition, because you can't replace me. All right. People have imitated some things, but they're just not around long term. And we've been around for almost 20 years actually over 20 years as a real estate investor. And it's hard to believe over 15 years as a note investor. And we helped up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people buy notes, whether it's performing stuff or non-performing stuff or reperforming stuff, or using the note systems and the marketing we use to help them find foreclosures or REOs they can take down. We're very, very proud of that. Okay. So finding deals and being direct to bank asset managers, whether they're sending you tapes, they're sending you lists that you don't have to go through somebody else. You're gonna get a rock bottom price. Heck, most of the time we're saving our investors even better pricing because we know the sellers directly, or we have a relationship, and we're making those introductions to hedge funds. We're also giving you a list of asset managers for you to reach out to, banks, servicing companies, hedge funds. We want to give you access. Now, that doesn't come free, all right? Helping you raise capital doesn't come free, but we're not sitting here charging an armload. I've heard people getting charged $50,000 for coaching programs, and they've never closed on a deal, all right? And that's unfortunate. We don't have some sort of copper level, silver level, gold, titanium level. That's great. We have one program, one coaching program with me, and here's how it works. All right. Once you've gone through our 3-day course, our Note Buying for Dummies workshop, whether you watched it live or gone through the replays, then you can be a part of our coaching program. And that's 10 weeks of coaching calls. That's weekly coaching calls with yours truly, either morning, afternoon, or even sometimes it's twice a week, depending on what you're bidding on. We're going to find deals for you to bid on. That's the magic of it. We're going to help spend time putting deals in front of you with direct pricing, making direct relationships with our hedge fund managers so that you can make offers and find deals. All right. I just spent the last couple of days with a couple guys up in Dallas. They're doing well. We've literally got rock bottom pricing on about 40 assets. I think they're going to make offers on probably 4, where the average is somewhere between $40,000 to $60,000 on those notes to them. Okay. They've also got some other chunks, some performing stuff that's going to be yielding in a 12 to 14 yield on some of these performing notes. They just have to decide which ones they want to go after with their funds that they have and the funds that they're raising. Okay. All right. So during those 10 weeks, and it's completely customizable for each, because everybody's got different strengths. Some people are more strengths on the deal numbers. Others have more strength on raising capital. They need to go find deals, vice versa. Some people are starting off brand new, as new real estate investors. And with that, that's a little bit more hand-holding aspect on the front end. But our goal is to get you making offers in the first 30 days. And we've been very successful, whereas the majority of our one-on-one coaching students are closing on deals in the first 90 days. All right. Sterling James closed on a deal in his first 30 days. It yielded a 28% cash and cash return to him. John and Veronica Gore bought 5 notes in their first 30 days and 20 deals in their first 6 months. Okay. Phil Brodeur closed on about 5 deals in his first 30 to 60 days and closed on about 20 notes, over 6 figures. Cal Ewings closed on about 16, 17 notes in his first year and just closed on his first 6-figure deal 2+ years after coaching, but we're still holding hand. That's one thing too that you will not get with other people. You'll be able to have direct communication with me via cell phone, via email, via text. We are here to help you achieve success, and you're not going to get everybody else on the phone. You're not going to be able to have a text message communication with somebody directly to help you determine if this is a deal or a dud. We just had a conversation with another student who's making an offer, and it's too skinny a deal. He's all excited, got a deal accepted, but his offer is still too skinny a deal based on what his money costs are going to be. And that's another thing. Having this idea to avoid you doing bad deals, to avoid going down and buying stuff in places you shouldn't buy. But you know what? Sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to have crap happen, and having somebody there to hold your hand and say, okay, let's get through it this way. Let's turn this lemon of a deal into lemonade and help you get across the board. Let's avoid this because of A, B, and C, because I've had that happen, or buy here because of this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to close deals. I want you to be a successful note investor. There's plenty of opportunity. There's not enough of us out there. But I'm also going to give you and shoot it to you straight. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and tell you how awesome you are. I'm going to hold you accountable to getting things done. And yes, there will be homework in this 10 weeks of coaching calls, things that you need to do, things you need to put in place. And then after the 10 weeks, then guess what? You get to come spend 2 days with me one-on-one here in Austin. During the week, during the weekend, we'll work around your schedule to make it work so that you can come in, spend 2 days with me. And really, if you thought 10 weeks is a great time to get rocking on, spend 2 days with yours truly is going to be like drinking from a fire hydrant as well. More assets, more connections, more marketing, more money, ultimately leading you to be able to be a lean, mean note buying machine and making more money. We want you to close deals. We want you to make money. I want you to make back your investment in my coaching program as soon as possible. And that's why we work so hard to find you good deals, help you raise capital, put you in rooms or relationships or conversations with those out there so that you are not beholden to somebody else. You're not trying to bid at a foreclosure auction, but you're getting lists of notes in that you can make offers on that can put double-digit returns and higher into your hip national bank, whether you want to put your IRA to work in making double-digit returns or you're using other people's money to make double-digit returns, not only so that you can make money, but your investors can make money. We are here to help you. Now, our coaching program is a bit of an investment, but we are here to help you get those things rock and roll. We have a couple of different options for you. Our one-on-one coaching is 25 grand. That's if you want to spread it over payments, it's 25 grand. If you want to make payments for a few months, we'll spread the for. If you want to do a pay in full in 30 days, we'll drop that price from 25 down to an even 20,000 for you. It's going to be paid in full in 30 days. If it goes beyond 30 days, then it goes back to the 25. But we're also understand that people are needing opportunities and adjustments right now. So we do have payment plans that are flexible with every budget. All right. We do have opportunities for you to finance this through a third party. And the third party is if you're making more than 40 grand a year, have a 620 FICO or greater, they can split that payment up, that investment up of 25 grand over 24 to 36 months with no prepayment penalty. The interest rate will vary depending on the individual, but there's no payment for the first 30 days. So you can actually already be 4 weeks into our coaching program before you got to make a payment. And if you're going to go that route, we're going to work to find you a note that you can take down that's performing that can pay off that monthly payment. Like I said, no prepayment penalty. So whether it's focusing on an asset you can make quick bucks at a foreclosure or a performing or non-performing note, you can get reperforming or buying a performing note. It all varies on the individual, but we're here to help you. So like I said, A, you make payment plan, B, pay in full, C, we can go through the third party. 3 different ways. If you're wanting to do this, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to help you. And, you know, we want to be your number one because we are already the number one recommended coaching and class when it comes to non-performing notes out here. Let's help you take it to that next level. Let's help you close some deals. Let's not help you not talk about being a note investor, but actually becoming a true note investor in 2025. Look, we've got half the year roughly left. It's hard to believe that as I'm recording this, we're coming to the end of June. There's still a lot of opportunity available for you to get diving in. We're seeing more deals on residential or commercial. Commercial is something you enjoy. We can do that as well. But let's talk. Don't let your fears stop you from taking action. I hear people all the time that wish they'd have done more back in 2010 when we had the Great Recession. Well, it's not going to be as bad, but we're still seeing plenty of opportunity. So take action now. Reach out to me directly at talkwithscottcarson.com. Let's book a phone call. Let's start a conversation. I'll ask you where you're at. It may not be for you. Maybe you just need to do the 3-day class. But if you're very serious about doing this and putting some lazy asses to work, let's talk. All right. Once again, go to talkwithscottcarson.com. That'll take you directly to my calendar, or you can text message me directly at 512-585-3810. Once again, that number is 512-585-3810. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if you're a fit. And let's start take that first steps to get you on that path to success. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you at the top. Bye.
Hey, note investors. So you want to dive into the world of note investing, but know how to get started, or you don't want to pay $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a one-on-one coaching program that just completely does not deliver the deals or the funding or the access that you need to take your note business to the next level. That's why we have our one-on-one coaching program. I'm Scott Carson. I've been buying notes for 20 years. I've helped thousands of investors buy their first note direct from banks using either their own funds or other people's money to buy non-performing, reperforming, or performing notes, yielding them an above average return. Now, what's involved with my one-on-one coaching program? It's unlike anybody else's, because guess what? You're working with yours truly, not some paid student, not looking at some recycled list of stuff. Now, what we do is differently than anybody's out there, and that's why we have such a huge success rate with our one-on-one coaching program. What's involved? Well, once you take in our 3-day class, our Note Buying for Dummies workshop, sign up for our coaching. You get 10 weeks of one-on-one coaching calls. These are on Zoom in the morning, the afternoon, the evening. What works best around your work schedule? We accommodate this to help you start looking at stuff. And during those 10 weeks, we focus on finding deals, making offers, getting your website, your social media stuff set up so that you are a lean, mean note buying machine. After spending 10 weeks of Zoom calls with yours truly, that's right, live, not somebody else, we'll spend 2 days one-on-one. And usually people come to Austin, Texas to hang out with us on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday. And those 2 days are focused on whatever you are still lacking and need the most amount of work on. Sometimes it's making offers. Like Larry came in, we made 50 offers that he got 20 approved in a weekend. Other people came in to raise capital. So we helped them find IRA investors to fund their deals so they're able to raise hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for their note deals and other investing stuff. We're also going to give you a list of asset manager contacts for you guys to dive into. That's right. This will be either LinkedIn profiles, emails, phone numbers, names, all for you to start reaching out to people. No, you don't need to buy notes directly from me. We're going to show you how to go to banks and contact them directly. We're also going to make introductions to our top 12 hedge fund managers that send us deals on a weekly or monthly basis. That's right. You go straight to the front of the line. And guess what? There's no 10, 20, or 30,000 upcharge for the deal. You buy direct from the hedge funds because we make the introduction. That's why, because why do we do this? Because we know, not we believe, we know there are more than enough deals to go around. And yes, we make most of our money from buying note deals for ourselves. Some people will say, oh, you're creating competition. No, because there's plenty to go around. All right. We're also going to give you a 1-year membership to our WCN membership for 1 year. That's $97 a month usually. That's going to allow for you to continue support weekly coaching calls along with access to our base camp group for other things, other tapes, other resources for our coaching students. We're going to help you with raising private capital, putting your pitch deck together, putting sample deals together, or either case studies that we've done, other students have done, or that you're doing so that you help raise capital or help you find IRA investors in your local market or the markets you're looking to buy in. You're going to also basically, for you plus your partner, spouse, person you're going through this with, you're going to have VIP access to me. That's right. Whether you need to jump on a quick phone call, a text message, a quick Zoom call to go through tapes or notes that you're making offers on for us to review your bids or to help answer a question when it comes to loss mitigation, foreclosure, bankruptcy, whatever it might be about a deal you're working through, get VIP access to me most of the time. Come on now, everybody. We're also going to do a 6-month follow-up day after you spent 2 days with me. 6 months later, if you want to, we can do a half day, a full day Zoom follow-up just to see where you're at, what are you dealing with, where you're looking to go. Because within 6 months, you should have already closed on several deals the way that we teach them, because we will help you find your first deal and then some. We've had students who've closed on their first deal in 30 days. We've got others who've closed on 6 deals in their first 35 days. Other people have closed on 100 deals in their first year. We're here to help you because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There is plenty of inventory out there. We're not going to focus on owner finance notes. We're going to focus on how to get people calling you with their deals or how to get banks sending you lists on a regular basis that you can cherry pick and show you how to raise all the capital that you need. Our one-on-one coaching program is the most complete program out there. That's why you have such a high success rate. And it's cheaper than most of the others out there. And we also give you the biggest bang for the buck by helping you make the introductions, looking at the tapes, helping you bid if you're coachable. Now, not everybody's coachable. Not everybody can afford this, but what we can do is we can set up payment plans and different options for you. I encourage you to either book a phone call with me at talkwithscottcarson.com and we can talk about it, see if you're a fit. Not everybody's a fit, and that's A-okay. But go to talkwithscottcarson.com, book a call on my schedule, and we'll gladly talk about our one-on-one note coaching program to see if you're a fit. One of the very requirements is we do require people to go through our 3-day class, but that whatever you've paid for that 3-day class is applied to the tuition for your one-on-one coaching. And we also have a third-party provider who's willing to finance this and carry financing for 2 to 3 years to help you pay it off. But we're going to work with you until you get your first deal closed. We want to help you make your money back in the first 6 months, if not sooner. So check us out. pick up the phone, give me a phone call, talkwithscottcarson.com. That's talkwithscottcarson.com. Book a call, and let's see if you're fit to take your business next level. Sometimes all we need is just a hand up to take you to the next step, to show you the way. This is not a blow smoke up your tail, give you the crappy tapes left over, or upcharge you $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per asset. No, we want you to buy direct, and we've always found if you can show a man how to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime. So let's get started, you being a note investor for the rest of your investing lifetime.